Hello, students of MIS 3403 Healthcare Information Technology. My name is Jessie Smith, and I'm currently the IT manager and owner of Baby Steps, the pediatric clinic here locally. And here's my identification to make sure that I'm teaching the right class and I am who I say I am. And today we're going to talk about a case study actually affiliated with the Baby Steps facility. And so I would like to have this time to give you students more knowledge about the IT responsibilities of Baby Steps, because it is a hard time dealing with a lot of things. But this current situation, this case study that we're about to go over, it was one of the most trying times since I've been here at the facility, since it's been open. So I would like to give the case synopsis and would like for you to elaborate in your mind what you feel should be the next step or solution to the issue. Jessie Smith became the owner and IT manager of Baby Steps. Baby Steps is a local pediatric clinic that offers a variety of services to children ages 6 weeks until 18 years old. I know that seems like a big time age gap, but a lot of parents need baby doctors besides the OBGYN that they began with, and they would like for their child to stay up until that age at the facility, because usually such government assistance as far as like Medicaid and things of that nature do cover them until that age. So they would like to stick with the same doctor. They don't like to bounce around to too many doctors because of the, the relationship that you build between the child, the doctor, and the parent and the doctor. So, but the pediatric clinic is a part of a franchise that assists the ill youth. She became hesitant in the beginning of creating a franchise of a 24-hour, 7 days a week facility, and I did become a little hesitant because of the simple fact 24-hour, 7 days. How am I going to be able to afford this? So, we ended up finding, some little gimmicks, I guess you would say, on how to build a budget. But see, the budget was being affected by, well, we're going to talk about that next. So, but the 24-hour, 7-day pediatric clinic was inspired by my daughter, because when she was first born, she had a lot of illnesses, and I feel that a 24-hour, 7-day week clinic would be able to basically like a security blanket for parents, because a lot of her instances happen on weekends, and a lot of clinics aren't open on weekends. They're only open on weekdays. So for that was kind of discouraging as a parent, because you try to do the best you can for your child. So after her dream became reality, she had an issue deciding what program to store patient files, finding a reliable internet service provider, and the selection of an IT service provider. Okay, the program to store patient files, later on, we got trained by an IT professional. Even though I did graduate with my double major in healthcare management, in the real world, different instances calls for, different situations, like different requirements to assist them in. So I'm not ashamed to ask for help, as anybody else should not, because some things you cannot remember, and some things is different in the real world than it is in, school. So the internet service provider is going to be the issue we talk about next, and the selection of an IT service provider. I would like to advise everybody to have, maintenance that, is required to know about electrical and water and other things of that nature. But you do need an IT service provider, because that helps with anything possible to make sure that you do have backup on backup storage. Make sure you know how to do a lot of paper filing and taking pictures, printing them off, and have just in case of anything such as this nature that's about to come up in the case study. And thank you again for having me to speak. I was asked to speak here for y'all, to y'all, for the fact of, being more informed on IT management. So the case later on talks about what what issues we were having here at Baby Steps. So at first, the 3 modems cost $45 a piece. We had to replace 3 modems now within the same year, and then we were paying a monthly budget of $80 for the service and the initial modem we had in the beginning. So it was becoming overwhelming, and the budget was being I guess you could say the budget was dissolving, and it wasn't able to create upgrades for the other departments, such as respiratory that we had have, and speech pathologist, little office upgrades, anything of that nature that we had to make any little improvements in the emergency room that we have. That's up to 10 children patients. Um, so it's kind of hard, and so when I found that out, I had a meeting that addressed the budget, and the department managers were involved in it. I didn't have everyone there because we needed somebody on staff. It's a 24-hour, 7-day facility, so we have a lot of random occurrences. So the responses I received were to train other people with experience in troubleshooting, encourage college volunteers. College volunteers was actually a great idea because there was some computer programming majors here at the local colleges that could assist us in the knowledge that they already had prior to probably mine, the updated knowledge that we could use. So, and how to train within the facility, train people within the facility become more familiar with the programming, the storage, the everything affiliated with it. Because what was happening, the internet modems were basically malfunctioning. That we could not find the reason, and so the other issue pertaining to like equipment wise, the respiratory therapist had spoke up and said that her breathing machine messed up. It was a brand new breathing machine, and it messed up right around the same time the second modem had malfunctioned. So I knew something was kind of weird about that. So later, I required the department manager to get trained by a professional IT person. So professional, I guess I should say, since I'm in this. So after that, when they got trained, they had to train the people beneath them. Correct? So I graduated from the Mississippi University for Women, of course, and, got promised a job offer that offered to pay for my living expenses and give me a meal budget. So, I took that route and went through hospice, Sunshine Hospice in Florida, Panama City, Florida, because of the high population rate and, the job openings there. So it went pretty well. So, a lot of our strengths were being able to communicate with one another about the issues and figuring out the solutions and actually implementing the solutions. So as Addie, yes, Addie is a great stepping stone for any healthcare facility in with the IT healthcare. Remember, we're in healthcare information technologies, people. So Addie, of course, represents analyzing, design, developing, implementing, and evaluating. So please use those to your advantage. So overall, what had happened was I had told the maintenance to look at the walls for annual, wiring check. And turns out it was a wiring issue that the respiratory therapist had used to run her machine before actually using it. And the same wall outlet that was used for the breathing machine was used for the modem. So make sure to listen to any and everyone in any meeting or any issue within the facility. Thank you.